Imagine an 86-year-old deadlifting 325 pounds, knocking out 20 pull-ups and grinding through brutal workouts like it's just another Tuesday. This isn't fiction. This is Jacinto Bonilla, a man who's not just defying aging, he's destroying every stereotype that comes with it. He's competed in the CrossFit Games 3 times. He created a WOD that thousands around the world now do in his name. He's survived cancer, and today, at 86 years old, he's still training harder than most people in their prime. This is not just a fitness story. This is about mindset, resilience, and how to age without apology. Stick around, because we're going to reveal the 5 secrets Jacinto Bonilla lives by to stay in beast mode well into his 80s. And you'll be shocked when you find out what he created at age 69 that cemented his legacy. Let's dive in. Who is Jacinto Bonilla? Jacinto Bonilla was born in Puerto Rico and moved to Spanish Harlem, New York in 1945 when he was just 6 years old. He grew up surrounded by grit, not privilege. There were no fancy gyms, no YouTube tutorials, no protein shakes. So he did what every future legend does. He improvised. He built his own weights out of soup cans. While other kids were outside playing stickball, Jacinto was in his room lifting makeshift dumbbells, carving out the foundation of a lifelong relationship with discipline and strength. He boxed, played basketball, taught himself karate, and even ran marathons. He was always active, always moving, but it wasn't until age 67 that he walked into a CrossFit gym for the first time. And that moment changed everything. Secret number 1, start young, but never stop. Jacinto's story isn't just about starting late, it's about never stopping. He didn't wake up one day in his 60s, look in the mirror, and panic about getting old. He stayed moving, always. At 14, he was already lifting weights. He kept himself athletic through every decade of his life, while working full-time, raising a family, and dealing with the chaos that life throws at all of us. He didn't train to impress anyone. He trained because it was part of who he was. So when he discovered CrossFit at 67, it wasn't some last-minute attempt to turn back the clock. It was just another challenge. And Jacinto has never backed down from a challenge. No matter what age I reach, I want to reach it in shape, he says. I don't want to be dependent on anyone. And clearly, he's holding himself to that. Secret number 2, discover what pushes you. Most people in their 80s are counting their steps. Jacinto is out here deadlifting 325 pounds. He squats 250. He knocks out 20 pull-ups like they're nothing. And he shows up to every workout like it's the final round of a championship. So what made him walk into a CrossFit box for the first time at 67? The answer is simple. He wanted more. More challenge, more intensity, more purpose. CrossFit gave him a competitive fire he didn't even know he was missing. It gave him a community, a tribe, a place to push limits and prove day after day that age was irrelevant. And at 69, he didn't throw himself a retirement party. He created something else, the Jacinto Storm. At 69 years old, Jacinto built a workout to honor his own journey. A workout that grows with him, literally. Every year, on his birthday, he adds 1 rep to every movement. And this isn't some casual, low-effort circuit. At age 80, the Jacinto Storm looked like this: 80 squats, 80 push-ups, 80 pull-ups, 80 wall ball shots, 80 kettlebell swings, 80 sumo deadlift high pulls, all in one WOD, all unbroken. No scaling down, no excuses. Now thousands of CrossFitters across the globe do this workout every year in his honor. How many 80-year-olds do you know who have a benchmark WOD named after them? Exactly. Jacinto isn't just training, he's building a legacy. Secret number 3, train your mind like your body. In 2008, Jacinto got the news that would stop most people in their tracks. Prostate cancer. He was 69 years old. For a lot of people, that's game over. But for Jacinto, that was just a detour. He kept training through treatment. He kept showing up to the gym. He kept coaching others. Because for him, fitness isn't just physical, it's mental armor. If you don't use your joints and muscles, you're going to have problems. He says, if you just sit there and watch TV, you're going to get rusty. And rusty, that word doesn't exist in Jacinto's vocabulary. He's still sharp, still focused, still disciplined. He doesn't wake up and wonder if he's going to train. He just does it. No complaints, no fanfare, just grit. Secret number 4, eat for fuel, not just for taste. Let's get one thing straight. You don't train like Jacinto at 86 if you're living off soda and fast food. His diet isn't trendy, it's purposeful. He fuels his body the way a fighter fuels before a battle. Whole foods, lean proteins, healthy fats, tons of veggies, and hydration, always no shortcuts. No crash diets, no obsessing over macros or miracle supplements. Just consistent, smart eating. He's not eating to look good at the beach. He's eating to recover, to train, to live well, day after day. He treats food like fuel, because when your goal is longevity, every bite matters. Secret number 5, compete, even if it's against yourself. Jacinto doesn't just train to stay in shape, he trains to compete. He's stepped onto competition floors surrounded by athletes 40, 50, even 60 years younger than him, and he holds his own. And when asked how he keeps showing up every day, I don't feel like training every day, but knowing I've got a competition coming up, that keeps me going. That's the secret. It's not about waiting for motivation. It's about having a reason to show up, even if he's tired, even if it hurts, even if no one's watching. He's in it for the fight, and that's why he wins. How he trains. At 86 years old, at an age when most people have retired from even casual physical activity, Jacinto Bonilla is still training with a level of purpose, structure, and intensity that rivals top-tier athletes. He trains 5 days a week, and his routine isn't random, it's carefully structured. Each day is dedicated to a specific muscle group to allow for optimal recovery and focused development. Monday, chest, bench press variations, push-ups, dumbbell flies, and dips. Tuesday, back, pull-ups, rows, barbell and cable, deadlifts with moderate weight and lat pull-downs. Wednesday, shoulders, overhead presses, lateral raises, face pulls, and rear delt work. Thursday, arms, bicep curls, tricep extensions, skull crushers, and rope pushdowns. Friday, legs, squats, lunges, leg presses, and Romanian deadlifts. Each session typically lasts around an hour. Jacinto's training blends compound lifts that build overall strength with isolation exercises that maintain muscle tone, balance, and control. But what stands out the most is his discipline with form. He doesn't ego lift. He doesn't chase PRs for clout. He lifts with precision, focusing on correct posture, controlled movement, and time under tension. That's what keeps him injury-free, decade after decade. Cardio is another key part of his regimen. He's not trying to break speed records, he's building endurance, stamina, and heart health. Jacinto incorporates 3 to 4 sessions of cardio each week, rotating between incline treadmill walks, stationary bike rides, and brisk outdoor walks. Each session lasts 45 to 60 minutes, often timed with his lifting days. He also places a strong emphasis on mobility and flexibility work, stretching before and after workouts, foam rolling, and joint mobility drills are non-negotiable. He credits these habits with keeping his joints fluid and pain-free well into his 80s. Jacinto's training isn't extreme, it's smart, it's intentional, and it's relentless. It's the consistency, not the complexity, that keeps him strong. The man behind the legend. Here's the truth. Jacinto doesn't train to go viral. He doesn't compete for medals. He does it because he loves it, because it makes him feel alive, because movement, challenge, and discipline have always been a part of him, and they still are. He's become more than just a CrossFit athlete. He's a mentor, a motivator, a symbol of what's possible. Most people my age can hardly walk unassisted, never mind workout. People think being old means being weak and overweight. I'm here to fight that stereotype. And every pull-up, every squat, every WOD, that's his protest. That's his declaration. Aging doesn't mean quitting. Jacinto Bonilla is living proof that you don't have to slow down. You don't have to accept weakness as your destiny. You don't have to stop dreaming, pushing, lifting, fighting. He crushed cancer. He's still training at 86. He created a workout that the world respects. And he's still just getting started. So let me ask you, what's your excuse? What's the story you're telling yourself about why you can't? Because Jacinto isn't just showing us how to age strong, he's showing us how to live with purpose. If he can do it, you can too. Hit that like button if you're inspired, share this with someone who needs to hear this, and drop a comment. What's your fitness goal this year? And if you want to see how legends like Jacinto train and how you can build your own unstoppable mindset, click the next video now, because you're not too old, you're just getting started. Let's go.